Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live this evening. I hope y'all are doing well. This is your girl, Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach, of course, your life and relationship coach. Here to bring you a video this evening talking about 3 ways to move forward after you've been hurt. Now, I know a lot of us can, of course, identify with being hurt. I guess I put it that way. I had someone that reached out to me on through DM, was talking about how to move forward and that kind of thing. So I did chat with them, of course, but I did want to, of course, do a video as well because I know they're not the only person out there hurt or been cheated on or been abused or anything along those lines at all. So like I said, I definitely want to make sure that I did this video with y'all this evening to give y'all some tips just in case you're going through a hard time and trying to, of course, move forward after a breakup or rough breakup or just, like I said, some abuse or whatever the case may be, infidelity, any of those types of things. Anything, because like I said, a lot of things can be scary. A lot of things that we can, of course, go through, of course, can keep us stuck and stagnant and fearing that everybody's going to be the same. But like I said, hopefully these 3 tips help you. So let me go ahead and get into tip number 1. 1, stop focusing on the negative. That all the I'm scared, they hurt me, and they'll all be like the rest. Everybody's not like the rest of the people that you've met. Granted, there may be some other folks out there who cheat on people and do things like that, but all men and all women do not do that. There's a lot of folks who, of course, are loyal, who want to stay with one person or that whatever kind of arrangement you have. But like I said, there are folks that, of course, are loyal in relationships. Everybody's not going to be the same. Everybody's not an abuser. Everybody's not somebody who wants to talk down to you or that kind of thing at all. Everybody's not like that. So like I said, stop focusing on the negative and focus on the positive. That, oh, I'm going to find the love of my life or whatever the positive in your life is going to be. I can be happy today. Even that. That's the positive. You can focus on that. And like I said, just remember that everybody's not the same as you have had in your past relationships. I hate that happened to you. I'm sorry that it happened to you. There's nothing that you can do right now. But like I said, definitely, but just to move forward. Number 2, figuring out what lessons you learned from those past relationships and applying it all to the relationships that you currently have. We have to understand that the things that we go through and grow through, of course, all teaches us lessons. Whether it's teaching you a lesson on how to strengthen your boundaries, whether it's teaching you a lesson on how to better love yourself and care for yourself, whether it's teaching you a lesson on how to be a better partner, whatever it's teaching you and whatever it has taught you and whatever you picked up from it, I guess I put it that way, that's what you want to carry on into your next relationships. Example. In one of my past relationships, I had to learn how to strengthen my boundaries as far as not ignoring those red flags and, of course, looking at things and making sure that I knew what was going on and that I understood what was going on and that I understood that since these things are going on with the arguing back and forth every single day and all this kind of stuff, I had to realize that my self-care had to be more important than that. That I had to walk away or get out the room or leave the house if that was the case. Me strengthening my boundaries to make sure that I'm keeping my peace as much as possible. Whatever that boundary is for you, like I said, you have to make sure that you're sticking to it. Especially if you learn it in one of your relationships. I don't care if it's romantic or not. Any relationship, whether it's with your kids, your family, your friends, your job, whatever lesson you learn in that relationship that, of course, hurt you, that you have to stray away from, take that lesson and apply it to all your relationships. Because best believe it's not just happening in your romantic relationships. It's probably happening across the board as well. So make sure that y'all understand that, like I said, that everything teaches us a lesson. And before I go on to number 3, I want to stop and just let y'all know that on Wednesday, I'm doing a free live event, a webinar called How to Be the Peace You Want to See in Your Relationship. And we're talking about that happy wife, happy life. I know you all have probably heard that little term before. I'm going diving deep into unpacking your baggage and how that can help you in your relationship, help you strengthen your intimacy, your bond, your connection, be a better partner in your relationship. Like I said, it's definitely free. I'm dropping all kind of nuggets and bombs doing that webinar. But like I said, definitely come make sure that you check it out. I have 100 seats available at this time. So click that link in the Facebook in the description and Instagram in the bio to go ahead and get your seat for that. Like I said, once these seats are gone, I actually don't even know how many I have left, but that's how much was available, I guess I put it that way. But once they're gone, they're all sold out. You won't be able to get on, y'all. So like I said, if you're needing something like this as far as how to become the peace you want to see in your relationship, just know that this whole entire webinar came out of a course that I have called Unpacking the Baggage as well. And I know that, of course, unpacking your own baggage and getting down to your truth and those kind of things will help you across the board in any relationship that you have. That's why I created this webinar. So like I said, definitely make sure that you come check it out and get you a free seat, y'all. Like I said, it's happening Wednesday, and all the information is in the link either in the description of the video on Facebook or in the bio on Instagram. So definitely, like I said, learn more and check that out. So let me go ahead and get on to number 3. How to move forward after you've been hurt. Number 3, just remember that when you return to dating, don't force anything and take your time. I know a lot of times we, of course, not we, but you may, or whoever you may know, may come off desperate, wanting to have a date, wanting to be married, wanting to be in a relationship, all these types of things. You miss the red flags that way. You don't want to come off desperate and rushing to get into a relationship. Take your time. You don't want to be, oh, we had the first date now. I love him. I love her. Take your time. Don't rush things. Let things unfold naturally. A lot of times you want to rush and rush and rush. You don't have to rush anything. Take your time with people. Get to know the person. Get to see if you see any green or red flags or whatever's going on. Get to know what they believe and what they value before you're hopping into, oh, I love them and, oh, I want to marry them tomorrow and all this kind of thing. Get to know the person. Like I said, don't just rush into things and force things. Do not force things to happen. If that person's not feeling you, that's okay. Just know that there's other fishes in the sea. Just know that. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to rush anything. Your time will come, especially if that's what you're wanting. Just be patient with the process. Like I said, forcing and trying to make things happen, you look very desperate. And of course, desperate people get ran over and get used and abused all the time and get taken advantage of. Now, I know some of y'all understand that, so make sure, like I said, when this video is over, make sure that you comment down below if you, I guess, what you've learned from this video. But like I said, I know a lot of you can understand that. Desperateness leads to not seeing those red flags and getting used and abused and ran over again. At some point, if your pattern is to hop into relationships and the first date, oh, I love him or her and I want to get married to them. I know this already. It's been a week. That's been your pattern and been your problem the whole time. You need to slow it down and start getting to know these people. And that way, when things come up, the values and the beliefs and things that they have in their worldview and their perspective, that you will know how they'll respond to that because you've taken your chance to get to know them. And in that whole time, if they're not the person for you, some of the things don't line up with how you feel and what you value, then it's easier to move on. You don't want to get so attached to a person that created your whole life around them in 2 weeks. And then they come out, they don't want kids and they don't want to get married, but those are things that you want. Take your time. So I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Again, this is your girl, Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. I want to say thank you for tuning into this video. Like I said, this video was all about being hurt and how to move forward after that hurt and how to love again. So I know a lot of times we, of course, like I said, get in that mind frame. I don't want another relationship because all they're going to do is hurt me. I don't want another relationship because the same thing happened last time. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. You are the one who can change that. Not the person that you're looking for, but you. You're the person that can either strengthen your boundaries, apply the lessons that you've learned, and to, of course, not forcing things. To slow down and take your time with people to get to know them. Like I said, they can't change anything, but you can change the outcome of every relationship that you have and the way that you move forward as well. So I hope you take these nuggets and, like I said, apply them to your life and and just think about them first. Marinate on them. If you want to pray on them, pray on them. But like I said, definitely take these nuggets and apply them to your life as soon as you can, especially if you're one that's not knowing how to move forward after being hurt and you're scared of love again, that kind of thing. Love is always a gamble. There's no blueprint to love, y'all. The only blueprint is the blueprint that you create with that particular person. And like I said, these 3 tips can definitely help you in creating that blueprint. So take care, y'all. Have a good one. Like I said again, make sure that y'all get y'all budget registered because I want to see y'all in those seats for the upcoming webinar Wednesday night, how to become the peace you want to see in your relationship. And these things are actually kind of talked about in that webinar too. So make sure that you get your butt there. Like I said, definitely the webinar is for those who are in relationships, who are trying to create a better household relationship partner situation. Especially if y'all listening up the organ all the time, fighting all the time, bumping heads all the time, not seeing eye to eye all the time. This webinar will definitely help you become the peace that you want to see. You have to become that peace first in order for your relationship to trickle on in to be the peace. So like I said, click that link, Facebook in the description, and Instagram in the bio to go ahead and get registered and get your seat today. I'll see y'all Wednesday night, y'all. Take care.